Hello guys, and welcome to the first module of this course. In this module, I will be showing you how to take an accurate measurement for a male corporate shirt. The measurement required in making a male corporate shirt are the chest circumference measurement, the armhole circumference measurement, the waist level, the shirt length, the wrist circumference, the back waist length, and the back measurement, that is the shoulder point to shoulder point measurement. The first measurement I will be showing you is the back measurement. So that is the measurement taken from one shoulder point to another. In taking this measurement, the first step is to locate the shoulder point on your client, and the shoulder point is usually in between the space, that is the space in between the body and the arm here. So you just have to trace the space, that opening, trace it up, then you place the tip of your measuring tape on that point. And in order to confirm if you are exactly on the shoulder point, when you locate that point, just tell your client to raise his arm. That point will go inner on the shoulder area. So that is the center of the shoulder. It has to be on the center of the shoulder. So I will place the tip of my measuring tape on that point. Then I will extend my measuring tape to pass through the nape I have on the neck, the nape of the neck, like so. Then I will extend it downward to the other side of the shoulder point, which is here. And for him I have 19 inches. The next measurement I will be showing you is the neck circumference measurement. This measurement has to be taken with care and accuracy. This is because the neck circumference measurement is needed on both the neckline of the bodies of the shirt and also on the collar of the shirt, and the two are going together. So after constructing your shirt, the neck circumference you have on your shirt must fit on your client. So that is why you have to take this measurement with care. So in taking the measurement, I will wrap the measuring tape around the base of the neck, not the upper part of the neck. The base of the neck is the lower part of the neck, and you are going to see something like a point on the base of the neck, that is the center, or somebody that has bones here. If you can see the bones, so that is the base of the neck. So the measuring tape comes from the back, and I will wrap it, not choking your client like this. Don't choke your client with measuring tape. So just gently, like this. As you can see, my measuring tape is neither too loose nor tight, but it's relaxing on the base of the neck, and I have my index finger in between the measuring tape. So this is a guide, and this is going to serve as a ease in between the fabric and the skin. So that is how to take the neck circumference measurement. The next measurement I will be showing you is the armhole circumference measurement. This measurement is taken around the armpit, and it is needed for the chest level and for drafting the sleeve. So for the chest level, you need your armhole measurement. By the time you divide your armhole measurement into two, half of the armhole circumference measurement is the chest level. So when we get to the drafting part, and I'm talking about the chest level, I don't need to take measurement for the chest level. Once you take the measurement for the armhole measurement, then divide it by two. Half of it is for the chest level, and the armhole measurement is needed when drafting the bodies. The armhole measurement you have on the bodies is needed when drafting the sleeve. You can see the armhole measurement is also necessary. So in taking this measurement, I will wrap the measuring tape from the armpit upward to the center of the shoulder, like so. And I will make sure my measuring tape is not too tight. The measuring tape must not be too tight, because there should be room for raising the arm up and down after putting on the shirt. As you can see, this is not too tight and it is not too loose. But if I take the measurements like this, you can see the measuring tape is moving itself. So that means it's too tight. It must be able to relax properly on the wearer. So for him, 18 inches is okay for his armhole. So guys, the next measurement I will be showing you is the back waist length measurement. That is BWL. That is the waist level. And this has to be taken from the center of the back. So in taking this measurement, I will lay the tip of my measuring tape on the nape of the neck. That is the bone on the base of the neck at the back. And I'll make sure my client is looking straight. You must not be looking down or by the side. You should be looking straight. So I will extend my measuring tape downward, making sure it's relaxed at the center of the back. Then, if you don't know how to locate the waist point at the back, all you need to do is to get the navel point on your client. That is the center of the stomach. Then trace the center of the stomach like so. So just watch me closely. Just trace it backwards. Trace the center of the stomach is the navel. So you trace it backwards. So once you trace it, it's going to fall on the waist point at the back. That point goes in around the waist level. So that is where you stop. For him is 18 inches. And I have it like so. So this is how to take the back waist length measurement. This measurement is needed if you want to shape your shirt a little. You don't want it to be straight from the armhole point downward to the hem line. So guys, the next measurement I will be demonstrating is the chest circumference measurement. This measurement has to be taken with care, and also you take the measurement together with ease. So this measurement is taken by wrapping the measuring tape around the fullest part of the chest, like so. My measuring tape comes from the back. Tell your client to raise his arm a little. After raising it up, bring out your measuring tape to the front. So after bringing out my measuring tape to the front like so, then let him relax his arms. Okay. Then I'm going to take this measurement in such a way it will be very loose. Okay, so this is how to take a male chest circumference measurement. This is different from taking the chest circumference measurement of a female figure. So how do you know how much this has to be loose? This is done by making use of your middle finger. So once your middle finger can touch the center of the chest like so, so it means that is fine. Like this. You can see what I have. Then you can make use of a standard measurement if you don't want to take this measurement because of inaccuracy. I can use his own measurement as a preference, as he is a medium large figure and his chest circumference measurement is 38 inches. For a medium figure will be 36 inches. Okay, and for large figure will be 39, between 39 and 14 inches. So the difference between each figure is 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay, so with that you can just make use of a standard measurement or go online and search for standard measurement chart for a male figure. Okay, you will definitely see a very good one you can make use of. The last two measurements I will be showing you are the measurements needed for drafting a male shirt sleeve pattern for a long sleeve shirt and the curve. These measurements are the sleeve length and the wrist circumference measurement, which is needed for the opening of the sleeve. So in taking the sleeve length measurement, I will start taking this measurement from the center of his shoulder. This can be taken in two ways. You can either take this from the center of the shoulder or you take this from the center of the back, which is the nape of the neck. But if you are taking the measurement from the center of the back, that means you will have to subtract half of the back measurement from the measurement you took. So let's assume I want to take this from the back, the center of his back. I will take it like so. Like this. My measuring tape will pass through. My measuring tape will pass through the side of his hand like so, and I will extend it downward to the bone on the wrist. So here I'm having 33 inches. So from the 33 inches, I will subtract half of his back measurement. That is the measurement I took from one shoulder point to another. But in my own case, I don't like taking my measurements like that. I prefer taking it from the center of the shoulder downward to the sleeve length. So I will place the tip of my measuring tape on the center of his shoulder like so, making sure his arm is properly relaxed by the side. Then I will extend my measuring tape towards the side of his arm. When I get to this point, that is the side of the elbow, I will hold my measuring tape at that point. Then I will leave it here. Then he can raise his arm a little like this. Then I will extend it downward to the wrist. So below, not exactly on the bone on his wrist. Okay, I'm not stopping there. If I stop here, there's going to be a shortage on the sleeve length. So it's going to be below, underneath the bone. So for him, it's 25 inches. You can see what I have. So 25 inches is good for his sleeve length. Immediately after taking the sleeve length measurement, I will measure the wrist of the wearer. So this is going to serve as the opening for the sleeve. In taking this measurement, I will wrap my measuring tape around the wrist like so, and I'm going to take it together with the ease. So it will not be too loose. You can see what I have here. It can't even come out from his hand. So which means it's not too loose and it is not too tight. Okay, but if you don't know how much you can add the ease, you can just take the measurement firmly like this, making sure you have your index finger in between the measuring tape. Make it firm. Okay, then you will add 1.5 inches to whatever measurement you have. So the 1.5 inches is enough as an ease for the wrist area. So guys, that is how to take the wrist measurements for a male sleeve shirt. Okay guys, so that will be all on how to take measurements for a male corporate shirt. Let's meet in the next module of this course, where I will be showing you how to draft a bodice pattern for a male corporate shirt. See you in class.